Okay, let's just kind of run through the circle here. Tennessee Titans have met. They have the number 1 draft pick. They've met with Travis Hunter. They've told Travis Hunter, the Colorado superstar, if you are our draft pick, you will be a wide receiver and you will be a cornerback. They will ferret out the workload. It's interesting because other teams drafting behind Tennessee of the opinion he can only be one thing. There are not enough man hours in the day for him to be a 2-position player in the National Football League to the tune that he was at Colorado University. He says he thinks he can play both spots and play both spots at an NFL standard. So we'll see. It's interesting to note Travis Hunter announced today not working out at the combine. A whole bunch of these guys backed away. He's going through the physicals. He's going to meet with the respective teams, but he's not working out. I'll see you at my pro day up in Boulder. So that's the Tennessee Titans. Chargers are making all kinds of news. Their general manager, Joe Ortiz, at the combine said, I have a plan that will allow me to keep both Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa for next season. Now, Mack is an unrestricted free agent. Bosa would have to take another pay cut. Bosa's cap figures $36 million, which is awful steep. They supposedly are willing to keep Mack and Bosa if they would both accept about $20 million cash for the coming season, and then just see what happens after that. Mack's going to get offers from other people. Bosa doesn't want to leave L.A., but he's not a $25 million or $30 million a year pass rusher. Never has been, and has had so many injury issues. The other issue, they got problems on the inside of their offensive line. They met at the end of the season, their exit meeting, with Zion Johnson, who was a former number 1 pick, one of those 3 number 1s in the front. They're talking about moving him to center. Their centers were really poor last season. Johnson didn't have a great season at guard, and the other guard was a disaster. So they're talking about moving Zion Johnson, number 1 pick, into center to help with blocking, and then they'd go get 2 guards instead. Interesting storyline there. Third one's got to be with the New England Patriots. They're getting trade calls from teams interested in getting to the 4th pick if Shadur Sanders is still there. Raiders obviously have been mentioned. Other teams have been mentioned. The question is, what does New England do? They don't want to trade too far down. They desperately need offensive linemen. There's a great tackle, Will Alexander from LSU. They could probably drop back to 6 and get him if they trade from 4 to 6. Let the Raiders do something at 4. And then they'd also either get a 2nd-round pick or a 3rd-round pick as a byproduct of that transaction. But New England is looking at offensive linemen, wide receivers, and they've got a lot of cap room. And when this free agent window opens, they're going to dive and they're going to go get guys in free agency. Kansas City, Travis Kelce Swift is coming back.
Okay.
Travis Kelce's announced he will play next season. He will get the roster bonus. That is just in. The other big story, Kansas City just announced this afternoon, just before I came on the air, they are franchise tagging Trey Smith, the young Pro Bowl guard. The price tag is going to be monstrous, but they're going to franchise tag him, and we'll try to negotiate a contract extension multi-years for cap purposes, but he's going to get $21 million, I think he's getting, as a franchise tag guard. That was a guy, if he got on the open market, he was going to get mega money. He's going to stay in Kansas City after a meeting with Andy Reid. New Orleans, this is weird. They've got so many problems walking in the front door with the New Orleans Saints. Kellen Moore, this coach, he's got his hands full because aging roster, lots of injuries, capped out forever. They're staying with Derek Carr. Derek Carr's cap figure is $51 million for this coming season. They can't cut him because they have nobody to replace him. Can't trade him. Nobody wants the contract. So they're going to stay with him and ride him another year. Maybe there'll be a restructure. Maybe he'll take a pay cut, but Derek Carr is going to stay there in New Orleans. And in Green Bay, they're not real happy. They're not real happy because they think the league has exposed them as the ones that are going forward with the proposal to ban the tush push. Green Bay Packers have gone to the competition committee with a proposal to outlaw the Philadelphia Eagles tush push, say it's too dangerous of a play. They supported their application to put this on the vote for the competition committee with an injury list of guys who've gotten hurt, getting crushed down on the bottom of the pile. They say it's also a non-skill football play, so it should not be part of the game. Eagles are pissed off that everybody's ganging up on them. Green Bay's pissed off that the league released it, that they were the ones that made the proposal for the tush push. So that's all things NFL. John, go ahead. Travis Hunter, two-way player. What do you think about the Chargers? Pick a team. Pick an odd topic or two. Express yourself.
Express myself. So, yeah, Travis Hunter. Now, Heisman Trophy winner, plays two-way wide receiver cornerback, but if he would never have won the Heisman if he was only one of those, right? I mean, he wasn't necessarily the best wide receiver or the best cornerback in football.
Well, he was cornerback. Yeah, I think he had 4 interceptions on the season, a whole pile of breakups. He played over 700 snaps offensively and defensively.
Yeah, which is just remarkable. I mean, and to, if for whatever reason the NFL says, no way, you're not going to play two-way, and we're going to pick one of them for you. I just wonder.
The NFL's not going to ban him. It'd be the team that drafted him would say,
well,
no.
That's what I mean. Yeah. I'm sorry. So the team would ban him from, playing two ways. And so let's say he's a cornerback. Well, is he the top cornerback in the draft?
Yes.
Oh, he is?
Yes.
Okay.
So interesting to see where this goes. Tennessee has already said will allow you to be a two-position guy. Now, he's not going to be a wide receiver every down. I think he'll be a specialty wide receiver, but he'd be the starting cornerback in Tennessee. So, but other clubs have said no. When they've had their meetings, other clubs told them this week, you're coming here to do one thing. Now, it's interesting. One club, and I can't recall which one it was. One club said, if you're my wide receiver, you're going to get 100 opportunities to catch balls. If you're my cornerback, maybe impact 4 plays over the course of a season with interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
So one club said, I'd like you as a wide receiver. So
the dude's a stud athlete for sure. And one other comment about the Saints. I remember they used to have a quarterback that could also play receiver. And is he still in the league? Is he still on that roster?
You're talking about Taysom Hill.
I think so.
Yeah, the ex-BYU quarterback who didn't make it as a quarterback, but he became a tight end, H-back, fullback, running back, wide receiver.
Yeah.
He's been there. He's a free agent. He's an unsigned free agent right now. And I was told the Raiders are really interested in him because he's so diverse. Not as a quarterback per se, but he can do so many things as kind of a multi-talented, multi-position dude. So he might leave New Orleans. He'll be somewhere else, and he'll be a tight end, be an H-back. He'll catch some wide receiver stuff, and he can be a fullback blocking out of the backfield.
Interesting. Okay.
Interesting. Very interesting player who's been in the league, not a household name, etc. Okay, those are all things NFL.